So today is day 2 of our informational book writing. And I'm really, really impressed with the work that you did yesterday, trying to get your table of contents ready and figuring out what your chapters were going to be. Today, I want to teach you that although informational writers are mostly putting information onto their pages so that others can learn it, you're giving them facts and information so they can learn it. The goal is the same as when you write fiction, to write well, to write in ways that get through to your readers. And two ways information writers do this is to read the work of other informational writers and to write with their readers in mind, thinking, how can I make this really good? So I want to look at a piece of writing. This is an informational book here. It's called When Lunch Fights Back. And if we look at this, we notice here, of course, is the table of contents. They did exactly what you did. They have an introduction before, but then they have different things. But if you'll notice, they put the information, but they also have other things going on. So you'll see like the title, and then some pictures and some charts. Sometimes the information is along the side. There's text features. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. So when you're writing your nonfiction book, you've got to think about how you are you going to give that information to your readers in a way that they can understand it. And not only understand it, but make it interesting. So here's some of the things that this writer decided to do. Like concealed weapons. They have different examples of um, animals that have concealed weapons. They have pictures. They have little text circles that have extra text in them. They have fact boxes. So there's all kinds of things that writers can do to make their writing good. So let's look at this. Qualities of good informational writing. The sections are focused on just one subtopic. So if you notice in the book, it was just one subtopic. They have ideas and not just facts. They include a variety of examples such as stories, quotes, statistics. They use expert language. So they're not just saying it's small, they're using specific language, words and phrases that are important to the specific topic. And sometimes you might have to include definitions. Some information taught using words, some is taught with images, captions, or charts. So if we go back to our book here, you can kind of see exactly what you're talking about. So this one here, let's see. The science behind the story. This is all the science behind the different things. But they're using different ways. Some of them are stories, some of them are pictures. So they're grouping it all together. So real quick, I want you to think about what are some of the qualities that we just talked about that are in that chart that you can use in your writing. What are some qualities that would fit with the topic you use? So just make a list real quick of those topics. What are not topics, the qualities that you can use? Are you going to use captions? Are you going to use pictures, diagrams? What are you going to use to help your reader understand what you're trying to teach them? Just go ahead and pause the video and make a list. Okay, now that you have your list, what you're going to do today is you're going to look at your table of contents that you created yesterday and your subsections. So you picked 4 different subsections, and you're going to look at the first one specifically, and you're going to start your draft on that chapter. And you're going to try to use some of these qualities of good informational writing. So you're going to keep these in mind. If for any reason you get finished with the first chapter, you can go back and reread it, add to it, or you can go ahead and go on to the next chapter. So that is going to be your writing for today.